Dear students, today we will start the physics paper number 14. Name of the paper is solid state physics. Generally, the matter exists. Generally, matter exists in two states. The one is nothing but fluids, and the other is nothing but the solids. Matter exists in these two states here. One is nothing but fluids, the other is nothing but solids. And again, the fluids are classified into the two states. The one is nothing but the gaseous, and the other is nothing but here the liquid. While the solids are again classified into two groups. The one is nothing but the crystalline solids, and the other is nothing but the non-crystalline solids. Here, the non-crystalline solids. So, the matter can be found in the two states, fluids as well as solid states, and again fluids are classified into gaseous and the liquid, while the solids are classified into crystalline and the non-crystalline solids, and again these crystalline solids are classified into the two states, the single crystal, here the single crystalline state, single crystalline, and the other is nothing but polycrystalline crystal. Other is nothing but polycrystalline state. Polycrystalline state here. The solid state physics is the branch of physics which deals with the study of the crystalline solids. So in this solid state physics, we will study the crystalline solids. So first of all, we will differentiate the what is meant by single crystalline solid and the polycrystalline solid, and the non-crystalline solids also it is known as amorphous. It is also known as the amorphous solids. Every solid is composed of the atoms or the ions or the molecules. Now, depending on the arrangement of the ions or the atoms or the molecules, whether it is regular or irregular, these crystalline and the non-crystalline states can be classified. So, in case of the crystalline solids, here again there are two types, single crystal and the polycrystalline crystal. In case of the single crystal, here the arrangement of the atoms or the ions or the molecules are regular, very perfectly regular. There is no defects here. So we are getting the arrangement is very regular pattern here. Then it is called as the single crystal. For example, here the quartz calcite or the quartz crystal occurring in the nature, or the diamond. These are some of the examples of the single crystal in which there is no defects here. The arrangement is very regular here and it is shown here. So regular arrangement of the atoms or the ions or the molecules in complete volume. In complete volume there is no defect. It is called as the single crystal. So artificially, generally the epitaxy is the method by means of which the single crystal can be grown on the substrate. While the other is nothing but, so depending on the arrangement of the atoms or the molecules or the ions, the solids are classified into two groups, crystalline and non-crystalline. Crystalline solids are the solids in which arrangement is regular. If it is perfect, it is known as the single crystalline state or the single crystal. Or in other case, if suppose here the arrangement, here you are getting long range ordering of the atoms. This is continuous arrangement of the atoms. But in some cases it is observed that the arrangement is discontinued. It is short range. The atoms are arranged in a regularly pattern like this. But here the particular region, in this region also it is arranged in a particular manner here. But this region is different. In this region the arrangement is also regular, but it is somewhat different. Here is also the different. Such a regions is known as the grain particularly. So ordering is short range ordering, and this region is known as grain, and such a crystal is known as the polycrystalline crystal. In polycrystalline you are getting short range ordering of the atom. In a particular region we are getting short range ordering of the crystal, and this region which separates these regions are known as the grain boundary, and this region is known as the grains. So polycrystalline material consists of the grains. In every grain the atomic arrangement is regular somewhat. The single crystal here single crystal, and these are separated by the regions what we call as the grain. So in case of the polycrystalline materials also the arrangement is regular, but short range, particularly short range we are getting, short order we are getting. Here long range ordering we are getting in case of the single crystal. So this is the main difference between single crystal and the polycrystalline state difference. So now the main difference we have to study here between crystalline and the non-crystalline solids. So what is the difference between crystalline and the non-crystalline solids? In case of the amorphous non-crystalline solids, here the arrangement is random. You are not getting the particularly ordering here. The arrangement is what here? The particularly arrangement is irregular. It is random. Then the solid is known as the amorphous or the non-crystalline solids. So today we will also see the main differences between the crystalline solids here, the crystalline solids and the non-crystalline solids, non-crystalline solids. So what are the differences? The first difference is that here, if every crystalline solid, every solid is composed of atoms or the ions or the molecules, and these ions or the molecules which consist of the crystalline solid is regular. Arrangement is regular here. You are getting regular pattern of atoms. Regular pattern of atoms or ions or molecules which make up the non-crystalline solid. So this is the regular pattern of the atoms or the ions or the molecules which make up the crystalline solid. While in this case here we are getting irregular arrangement, means random arrangement, irregular arrangement or the random arrangement we are getting in case of this here. So this is the one main difference. So we will see the broad differences between crystalline and the non-crystalline solids. Regular pattern of the atoms or the ions or the molecules like this. Regular arrangement here. You are getting regular arrangement of the atoms here, and here is nothing but what here? Irregular or the random arrangement of the atoms. So like this, and the example of the random arrangement is, or the non-crystalline amorphous, is nothing but glass. This is a well-known example, is nothing but what here? The glass. While in case of the polycrystallines, the examples are the metals or the alloys. Metals, alloys, compounds, etc. Alloys, compounds, etc. So these are some examples. The second difference, if we hit the solid, if suppose we will take here the solid, here like this solid, and if we hit it, continuously you have to hit, and temperature is measured by means of thermocouple. Here, if thermocouple we can use for the measurement, here is nothing but voltmeter, and this voltmeter is converted into the temperature here. Then, and with the help of the time passes, the temperature rises here. For example, we will take here the like this. Here is nothing but time say, and here is nothing but temperature. We will take here. Then it is found that temperature increases here. Solid is heated. We will measure the temperature and the time. Time temperature graph shows that here time increases, temperature also increases. After certain, you are getting break like this. And again, here we are getting again the graph like this. So these regions can be regarded as, this is the solid phase, this is the liquid phase, and here is nothing but vapor phase or the gas state of that octane. Here the temperature at which solid is converted to start converts into the liquid, what we call as the melting point. This is called as the melting point, while this is called as the boiling point. Liquid is converted into vapors, what we call as gases, it is called as boiling point. So in case of crystalline solids, we are getting like this situation. So we are getting sharp melting and the boiling points. So the another difference is that here we are getting sharp here melting point and the boiling points here. So we are getting like this. While if we hit the non-crystalline solid, it is seen that here this graph is look like this. Here this graph will be look like this. We are not getting here. We are getting bunch of the temperature here. The melting points and the boiling points are not sharp. So we are getting here the second difference is that we are not getting not sharp melting point and the boiling points. So in case of the amorphous or the non-crystalline solids, we are not getting here the sharp melting and the boiling points here. In a crystal, all the atoms are bonded together by means of certain bonding forces. There are two types of the bonds, primary bonds and the secondary bonds. In case of the primary bonds, we are getting ionic bonds which will be formed by the transfer of electron from one to another atom, and ions are formed, and these ions, positive and negative, bonded together by the Coulomb force, what we call as ionic bond, primary bond that is. While covalent bond is formed due to sharing of the electrons, here the covalent bond is formed, and also the metallic bond here. All these three bonds are very strong bonds. As far as bonds are concerned here, it is seen that, so the bonding forces here, these atoms are bonded together in a solid by means of either ionic or the covalent or the metallic bond here. These bonds are found to be here or here also. These bonds are formed here. This is covalent bond or the ionic. These bonds are strong bonds, and these bondings here is also, there is bonding particularly here. It is in that these all bonds here are equal in strength in case of the crystalline solids. The bonds between these two atoms, any two atoms, is equally strong. So the third is nothing but here. Third difference, bonding forces, bonds between the atoms are equally strong or equally strong here strong. While in case of this is third, the bonding forces between the atoms in case of amorphous or the non-crystalline solid is not equally formed. Here is some strong force, here is some less, here is some extra, and so on like this. These bonds are not equally strong. So unequally strong. This is, the bonds are unequally strong in case of the non-crystalline solids. Unequally strong in case of this. Next, that is fourth, is nothing but here difference. If we measure the properties of the solid or the crystalline material along this direction we will measure some property, and also suppose we will measure the property along this direction here, along this direction. It is found that the properties measured along this direction and along this direction is found to be different. So this material is anisotropic in nature. Anisotropic is the word related to the properties of the material measured along the different direction. Here, in this direction you are getting, in this direction you are getting, in this direction you are getting different properties like the compressibility, thermal conductivity, etc. measured along the different directions are found to be different. So the crystalline, these two are the crystalline materials. These are the anisotropic in nature. These are anisotropic in nature. Anisotropic in nature. Anisotropic means anisotropic in nature. While as far as the non-crystalline solids are concerned, here the properties measured in any direction does not depend on the direction. Properties are found to be same, and therefore it is isotropic in nature. The fourth property, it is isotropic in nature. Isotropic in nature. Isotropic in nature. Now, as far as the external space is considered, for example, like this, if suppose this is one of the crystal structure of the NaCl, external phase is considered, or you have to observe the NaCl, big NaCl, if we consider rough NaCl, then it is bounded by the flat surfaces. The external faces of the crystalline materials are bounded by the flat surfaces, while here the external shape we will consider, and you have to consider the mica sheet or the quartz crystal or the calcite crystal. If it is break, it is bounded by the flat surfaces. So it is bounded by, next after, flat surfaces. It is bounded by flat surfaces. While it is not bounded by, here it is not bounded by flat surfaces. Not bounded by flat surfaces. Here it is not bounded by the flat surfaces. This is the next. So these are some of the differences. Another is nothing but here 6. You are getting long range ordering. Here long or short range ordering of the atoms. Short range ordering of atoms. Ordering of atoms or the molecules or the ions that make up the crystalline solid. Here you are getting long range here you are getting short range ordering of the metal. Both are the crystalline solids, while in case of the amorphous there is no long range or the short range ordering of the atoms. These are the random arrangement, so it is not observed here. So this is the sixth differences. Here random you are getting ordering. There is no random arrangement you are getting. Random arrangement of the atoms. There is no long range or the short range ordering of the atoms. So these are some of the broad differences between crystalline and the non-crystalline solids. So what we have studied in this lecture is, we have studied the matter can be classified into different states, fluids and the solids. Fluids can be classified into gaseous and the liquid state, while solids can be classified into crystalline and the non-crystalline solids. And crystalline solids are again divided into single crystal and the polycrystalline crystal. In case of the single crystal or the polycrystalline crystal, these are the crystalline states. Here you are getting long range ordering of the atoms. Here you are getting short range ordering of the atoms. In case of the non-crystalline solids, there is no ordering, the random arrangement of the atoms. Here, for example, here the glass, here metal, alloys, compounds, etc. In case of calcite, quartz, diamonds are some of the examples of the single crystal. And the main differences between the crystalline and the non-crystalline solids are given here. The 6th point. These are the broad differences between these two. The solid state physics deals with the study of the crystalline solids. So what are the types of the crystal structure and how it is related, we will see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you very much.